Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look and review the LokiThor JP400 jump pack and air compressor. Coming up next. That's right, we're going to unbox this thing, take a look at it, and then run down to the shop and see what it can do for us. So it is, like I said, the LokiThor JP400 jump pack and air compressor. It does up to, I believe, 150 PSI. Let's look here. Up to 150 PSI on the air compressor side of things. It is a 2500 amp peak jump pack. And as it says here, supports a 8.5 liter gasoline engine or 6.5 liter diesel engine. So we're going to go down there to the shop. Try it out on the dually, try it on the little Triumph Spitfire, and also then after that see how it does at inflating some tires, because as we all know, the Ford leaks air. So let's go ahead, take her out of the box and see what we've got. Nice packaging, that's for sure, nice box. We've got some instructions in here. We have the jump pack itself. Let me bring this up here. It is touted as the most compact jump pack with a built-in air compressor as well. And as I turn it over on the back, I'll show you. My eyes aren't good enough for this anymore. There is a whole list. I'll see if I can put a screenshot in here. A whole list of errors or LED codes for the front. Very simple, it has a power button, there is a light, mode to go right to the pump or the jump pack. So let's see here. Power it on. We are fully charged. We can go mode between air compressor. And the nice thing is this is an auto shutoff. So if you go ahead and set this for, it'll be 75 pounds on the pickup, and you start going, it'll shut off at the proper pressure. So that's always nice to have. There also is a very bright LED light on here. It has a couple of different settings, blinking. And there we go. So let's go ahead, grab the other accessories out of here. We have a carrying case. It's awesome. We have our cables that hook up to the jump pack and then to your battery. Have a USB style charging, regular USB, and then USB-C to charge the device itself. Our screw-on adapter for the compressor. And it does come with a couple of other fittings too for your compressor, so depending on the type of tire you're inflating, whether it's even possibly like a basketball or something, you can use that accessory too, and pretty much take care of inflating all of your needs, especially when you're not at home near an air compressor. The air compressor component itself just simply screws in the end of here next to your LED light. And then we have the terminals for the jump pack right on the side here. Plugs right in. There's only one way for it to plug in. And there we go. We've got a couple of bigger alligator clamps here. So if you're trying to jump your diesel or something like that, larger batteries, you don't have these tiny little alligator clips. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some warmer clothes. Let's go down to the shop and give it a try. Alrighty, we're down in the shop, and excuse the lack of light. The fifth wheel is blocking all the overhead light, but we are sitting in front of the 75 Triumph Spitfire. And if you know anything about Spitfires, their electrical system is horrible. That being said, the battery is dead. If you'd like to see, we're in neutral. There's nothing. I got nothing down here at all. So, in the instructions, there are some pretty good information bits about different modes for the jump pack. One of them is an override mode. If it doesn't even detect a battery, it'll just shoot power out anyways. We may have to use that here. I'm gonna go ahead, hook it up, plug it in. Pardon my view. See if I can point you down a little closer to the unit to see what we've got going on. There we go. Now let's go ahead and power it on. You're good to go. It's got a 10-second delay before it kicks on power. Showing 6 volts. But I got power in here now. Oh, look at that. Well, it wants to start, but it's cold and hasn't gone anywhere in a while. Give it one more shot. Haha, there we go. Alrighty, so there we go. First car started up from a 6.5 volt dead 12 volt battery. So let's move over to something a little bigger. Alrighty, so we're standing in front of our 2005 F350 with the 6-liter diesel in it. And typically I like to keep things on the maintainer in the winter when I'm not going to be driving them frequently. But unfortunately we went out to grab a Christmas tree a couple weeks ago and I didn't put it back on the battery tender. So good example to go ahead and hook this thing up. It does have some parasitic drain. And I come out and the battery's dead. So let's go ahead and hook up the JP400 and give it a try. I was mentioning earlier some of the safety features on this thing. If you try and hook it up backwards, polarity-wise, it'll tell you about it. There is a caveat to that. If you put it in the boost mode, extra output, it bypasses all of those safety checkpoints and just shovels power out. So that's kind of a last resort thing. So if you do have to use that, be mindful and make sure you're hooking everything up correctly. We're gonna go ahead and get this hooked up over here. This is a dual battery system, but you can hook it up on either side if you're jumping it. Hit our power button. Our little countdown, everything is hooked up proper. It's still showing 12 volts, but all right, it's working on it over there. Go ahead and get this thing fired up. Well, aside from the sticky injectors, 6.0 thing, it fired right up. It spun it right up, no problem at all. So it did take a little bit of a bite out of the battery, but again, I haven't cycled the battery on the jump pack many times yet to get it to full capacity, but it started this thing, so I have no problems with that. Next thing I want to do is hook it up to one of the front tires on this thing because while they should be about 80 PSI, they habitually leak down anywhere between 40 and 60 PSI after even a long weekend. Been struggling to fight with that for a couple of years. We do have the alloy wheels, so I've heard that's part of the problem, and I just make sure I fill up the tires before I go on a road trip. So let's check this out. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug the battery terminals. We don't need those right now anyways. Find where my, there it is. Basically it just goes on, clamps down, standard air fitting. We can hit the mode button will bring us over to our pumps. We're going to go ahead and try and set this up to 75 PSI. And then you hit the pump button for a few seconds and it'll turn on. Now we're still at 73 pounds on the tire. That's excellent. Let's go ahead and turn the pump on again and give it a whirl. Alright, so just so you guys know I wasn't pulling one over on you, I went to hook my battery tender back up and it's showing red. Not sure if you can see that, but down here, one of the 4 bars is lit up and it needs to be charged. So clearly this JP400 did its job to start this big old 6.0 diesel when it's about 32 degrees here in the shop this afternoon. So nice job. So what are my thoughts on the LokiThor JP400? So far, I like it. I haven't used it a ton other than what you've seen here in the video, so if my opinion changes, I'll definitely post that out on the socialgrams as that opinion changes. Hopefully it won't. So far, I've been impressed with it. The inclusion of the air compressor is a nice feature, especially for the Ford who likes to leak air out of the front tires. And just having a small lightweight jump pack you can keep with you in your car at all times for emergencies is an awesome deal. Maybe you just keep it kicking around the house to help the kids keep their basketballs and other sports stuff inflated. Also a great tool. I'm going to go ahead and drop this in my Amazon store. I'll also put a link to the page below in Amazon. So if you'd like to pick up your own, go ahead and do that. Drop a comment. Have you used it before? What are your thoughts? Otherwise, for now, I'm going to get out of here. It's a lot warmer up in the house because it's, like I said, about 32 degrees in here right now. And yeah, so if you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We've got more great stuff coming out in 2025. And thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.